Alright, so welcome to Roto Garage. Today, on this episode, we are going to be applying some short strand direct metal goop stuff. And it's going to go, this is for our body bead, or style line, or faux, what the hell kind of car is it type of deal. And I probably put too much hardener in it. So I better stop talking and start moving. Because we're a nice little 95 degrees today. And the only thing keeping it from being 95 in the garage at the moment is the damn fans. So I am doing little batches. And these little batches, I got about 5 minutes. So I'm hoping to get a little ways down here. So, got the body bead, and I'm stuffing it down in the crack there. Only bad thing about my rotator is a rotisserie is the bars on the very back. So push to make sure that goop goes down in there. Want it down in those cracks. And I'd like to be about halfway before she flashes on me. Alright. I think I made it. Maybe. Maybe. Alright, that's good enough. I'm not looking for a finished product, I'm just looking to get it to feel the crack there. So it will be sealed. I'm trying to knock off some big goobers now, so I'm not knocking off big goobers later. I did some final measuring, making sure the rear end and spacing is going to be good, which I think we're good. I had to do some slotting the holes a little bit on the rear end radius rods, arms, really not rods, arms. I think they're going to be fine. We'll make sure this one's not quite as hot as that last one. Short strand stuff starts out kind of gray blue, and then when you get it and you start going, it goes kind of gray green. I gotta kneel down for this one. her down in there. I went by with a grinder and ground on it a little bit. I used some of my leftover. Feel some more cracky holes. And voila. I always try to scrape my board clean before it goes totally hard. So makes the cleanup a little bit easier on it. I'm totally sticky. So we'll let that cure for tonight. Do what it's going to do. Flip the car tomorrow. And we got to do more on the top. We can also get ready to get the rear end and stuff in it next, well, hopefully by the end of this week maybe. But while this was upside down, I wanted to try to get that glue to penetrate in there, or filler to penetrate in and then seal that body bead. I got some other spots that I got to do with it, some ends and stuff, but that'll keep it from water and stuff to going down around in it. And hopefully we won't get wet going down the road, other than maybe sweat. See, I got all the brake lines. I think I got an adapter piece for this back brake line we got to put on, so I can go ahead and cut and fit that. And yeah, so we got quite a bit of stuff we can do tomorrow. And I think once we get that far, we'll start putting stuff together. The only welding and heavy stuff, well, I shouldn't even say heavy stuff. The welding stuff I got left to do is really inside the car, which won't affect the outside of it. I think everything is tabbed and set off. That the only thing I have left to do, which I probably should do that too before I flip it, I gotta fix this window channel right here so that it's even all the way around. I don't remember what the other one looked like. It's not bad. I think that's doable. But that inner lip all has to be on one plane, so when we put the glass in it, it fits in there solid, just like these. But the only thing that is kind of puckered on me is this back piece here, but I'm not sure if that's, I got to see if that's just not my bead puckering in, or I've actually sucked it in with the welding it. But we'll have to check that when we get it over upside down, or right side up. But yeah, King Toad's coming along. You might be raw in some spots, but she's gonna be raw. Raw. Or croak. Maybe I should say croak. It's gonna have a very loud croak. So, remember what I say. Don't do what I do. You do you. Go out in the garage and have fun. And God bless, and Toad out. we are back at Roto Garage. Had to check to see if everybody's running here. I don't know how much battery we got in the regular camera. We'll just go. What I'm doing now is I've just installed the radius rods and I strapped them down. So got some of my underneath work kind of completed. And we're rolling her back over. Try not to let her go too quickly. It hasn't rolled off yet, but my front is a little lighter than the back, and I get concerned that she might just keep going. And at this juncture, I'd like to have no major body faux pas that I would have to fix. Okay. Uh-oh. Like right now? Is it rolling or rolling off? Alright. Hence exactly what I was talking about. Okay. Well. I had a 2x6 somewhere. Here we are. Let me see. Maybe the battery went dead and I won't get busted on what happened. I suppose it's possible. May not be videoing. Let's hope there's no video record. A roll of the dice. I usually have 2 people to do this. What happens is I'm at a point where it fairly will rotate on the wheels, on the rollers, fairly easily. However, if there's a seam in this circle that sometimes it will catch on, or it will roll oblong-wise, and instead of rolling, it wants to roll off of it. So really, probably should add like about another foot or so to the width of the trolley roller system, and then that would allow that it couldn't get over-centered, or it wouldn't allow it to get over-centered before it would roll. That's all. But I'll put my safety bars on it and we'll lock her down. No old guys were harmed in the filming of this event. Sucked to have something happen now though. We're narrowing and getting down to the final stages. I'm gonna see if I can get it somewhat flat here. Actually, that's pretty darn close. Pretty close. Not very far off. I think for this toad, that is probably close enough. Checking to see if I was live. Live! Alright, so I have done a couple tacks on here. We set this, this is the Watts link for the rear end. I'm going to do my final welding on her. We are going to see how well we penetrate. Let those cool off naturally and let the sand absorb the heat. So try quenching in water or oil or whatever, it'd be too much for it. So just let them cool. And probably after dinner I'll come out. Well, I'm not gonna grind those things down. I'm just gonna take off any high spots where I caterpillared on it. I got real good penetration, but I probably should have dialed down my wire speed just a hair. Right, what color are we gonna paint them?
Well, do you want it to blend or do you want it to pop?
Right back at you, baby. Do you want it to blend or do you want it to pop? You ponder that while I'm going to go put this back. Put that up too. Well, the back end is black, so brown would kind of blend. But it would be different. All right, color.
I was actually thinking black or blue. I didn't even think about brown. That's why I asked if you want it to blend or pop.
Blue's fine, honey. Black or blue or brown or.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Well. I'd like you to paint them,
Okay.
and so they're drying for tomorrow, or the next day, or you know, the tractor paint.
Okay.
Now I can also, I mean, you got to brush paint them, right? Probably, huh? So. Getting hard, baby. It's getting hard. I know you've heard that before, but truly, it's getting. Did you see I straightened the back out a little bit? Put the come along on it, or not come along, porta power on it a little bit. I didn't want it bowed, but I wanted it out a little bit. So it has a slight curve. All right, what are we doing? What are we doing? Well, there's a couple things we could do. One was I was going to do some more welding on these. I was kind of thinking, I hope I don't weld over the top of it. Maybe I should put it in another spot too. Have 2 spots. That'd be smart. See, I'm glad I got you around.
Yeah, what did you mark it?
PS.
Inside.
That's me.
That's all we know together with tape.
I want to put something in the middle of this to give the bars a little more strength.
Okay.
And what I'm thinking is like a K and a T. Alright, so I will make a mark here. So while I'm doing this, you can cut that square out and I can check it for fit, and then we'll make a template of the letters and see what we need to make it out of. Here's the pin if you need that pin still. You got the thing? The scissors, baby.
I'd rather do an emblem or symbol or something rather than the letters, because otherwise they're going to start calling it Katie.
KT?
Yeah, Katie, like a girl's name, Katie.
Oh.
Katie.
Put an N in it.
No.
For naughty Nina.
No.
N.
What about a crown?
Well, I mean...
It wouldn't be
It would be even on the top. That's the only thing with it.
Well, I don't know.
Draw it. Well, I'm trying to get. It's trying to make a web out of it, so it has to touch the top, the bottom, and the top. That's all. Now with a T, I would only have the bottom of the T, but the K is kind of like a K member.
Yeah.
To do a crown, it had to. I'm trying to think. The balls on the top points would have to be noticeable, and then you got to have the angle, I guess. I think if you did the balls where you could see the balls, you know, the roundness of them, so when you look at it, that's what would, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's too long and narrow. I don't know.
Well, let's see. Well, one end would be the bottom. So let's say the bottom's like that. Right, so that gives me about better than about 6 inches or better for the web. And then what's my biggest socket over there? Maybe. I should have put the center one on first. That's a cool breeze.
That's what I'm saying. I think we're going to get rain. too much though? Too big of a pain in the...
Well, I mean, for you, sweetheart, no.
Oh.
Hand me the scissors. Let's see if I can cut it out. That'll be the trick.
How thick a material do you want?
I would like to get as thick as I can get, but I don't know what I got. I had some pieces of quarter that I was using. And I don't think the strap I have is big enough. There's a possibility the webbing on, I don't know, is that more than 4 inches?
Got this shim. I don't know.
Yeah, that might work.
Fire.
Yeah. A little fire between friends. Okay. All right.
Oh wow, that looks awesome.
A crown or frog feet?
Okay.
Toad feet?
Got one too many for dog food.
Alright, welcome to Roto Garage. What I'm doing is making a support piece or stabilizer for my radius rod. So I plasma cut out a crown. Look like a crown? I think it's pretty close. I'm not going to get too fixated on making it perfect. That's a new one. I don't think I've ever had that happen before. That puppy went off like a top, didn't it?
I got a question.
Yeah.
This is towards the body.
Yeah.
So, how much of this area were we infringing on with the fender?
Fender went above it or below it? I think what
I was pretty sure it
went in the middle.
I'm pretty sure it went in the middle.
Yeah. I don't know if I have any good pictures of it.
Well, I don't know,
That looks like it went in the middle there.
yeah, it does. So that's what I was wondering, how far from the end. It doesn't look like, it looks like you're far enough away.
Well, actually it's closer to the bottom, depending on which one was this one.
I thought, oh,
What's it say right there? Is that it? Is that my mark? Can't tell if that's the stamp or not.
no, I thought you did too, and I thought you started on the passenger, but I'm not sure.
This is passenger side. It says PS right here.
Okay.
Right there, PS. So, anyway, what I was going to say is that one crown side comes back.
Oh, the bottom.
Yeah, hold my phone.
Okay. Careful.
Oh.
Alright. I mean to stop everything, but I was concerned.
No, honey, you're absolutely correct in calling it out. Anyway, the point I was trying to make was that was on the bottom and this curves in.
Right.
So I think we'll be all right. I'm not going to do this bottom yet. I think I'm going to wait till I have it on the car. So I'm concerned that my spread when I go into the axle will be off.
Oh, okay.
Like this might need to go up, and about the only adjustment I can't do is these up and down, separated, closer or farther apart. But if I don't tack it, that means I can adjust it.
Right.
I put a cut off blade. I could cut it apart, but why cut it apart? Because what I can do is once I have it together, take one side off at a time, clean it, and then re-weld it, or weld it. So I think I'll just do the tops, because then that way I don't have to weld upside down. I come in and hit the bottom. So that's what we'll do. All right, what do you think?
I like it.
So it adds some strength to it and character.